force for you still go to hell even though you believe in Yahushua. This isn't, what do you call it, TBNs, whatever. The chip, whether you get the chip or not, isn't by force. What's by force is worshiping the beast. And so, if you don't get the chip, you just can't buy, you can't sell, you can't eat, you can't buy gas, you can't go to the bank, you can't go to the store. You can't do anything without the chip. It's like having a license right now where you can't drive if you don't have a license. That's what it's going to be like without the chip. Without the chip, you can't bank, you can't, there's no get the chip or else, or die. Because you could try to survive without getting the chip. What will kill you is the worship of the beast. If you refuse to worship the beast, they'll kill you on the spot. And so, define this worship of the beast. How are they going to enforce 6 billion people around the planet to worship the beast? What are they going to have, like a global bell and everybody has to bow? I mean, that's why I worried about the TVs being put into fast food restaurants. Everywhere you go, there's a TV. What do? Flash an image of the Antichrist on the TV and everybody has to bow to it? I don't know how they're gonna do that. But that's what's enforced by death, is the worship of the beast thing. I don't think they would be allowed to force it, the chip. I don't know. Enforcing it on a child, maybe there will have to be an age limit or something. I don't know. But I know a lot of people can say, well, I was forced to have it, forced to get it, and they're just lying because they willingly got it. That would have, you just have to leave that in the Lord's hands. You have to leave that kind of thing in the Lord's hands. Hello, Sherry. I received a 24-pack of Oregon on Friday from you, and I put it all over my city, over 500,000 people. And what I want to know is, would one Oregon muffin be enough for Lake Ontario? And what is the bigger Oregon pieces that you include with the order good for? In order to get water really good, you would have to get, one Oregon muffin's not going to be good enough for water. I mean, you need 10-ounce pieces for that. I encourage people to make pipes. I have pipe blasters, what we call pipe blasters, blaster pipes, on the page on how to make your own Oregon. There's instructions on how to make pipes. We get Oregon pipes, and just use the same instructions and ingredients that you would an Oregon muffin. You make them in a copper pipe, and you throw these pipes in the water. That's what I suggest for water sources. Getting 10 ounces in them. One Oregon muffin in Lake Ontario, just wouldn't be enough. It's a huge lake. I've attacked lakes in Dallas. So I didn't have any pipes for Dallas, but I had about 100 muffins. I put about 100 muffins in just one lake. Because it was a huge lake, and then you're talking Lake Ontario, you would have to get more, and try to just get your coastal areas so that it creates a border. Imagine an invisible border area around you with the Oregon, like a wall of invisible Oregon. I would go up and down the beach 5-10 miles and put an Oregon in the water about every mile. And just try to create an Oregon invisible barrier there. If all I had was muffins, that's what I would do. Quick question for your show. I lost you at pre-chip and post-chip. What happened? Basically, what I was saying is that I always look at the tribulation period. People always look at it as two halves. And the way I always view it is everything that happens before the enforced chipping. And everything from then on. From chipping on. That's kind of like the half of the tribulation period for me. Is when the chipping is enforced. Because you see all the horrific judgments and the wrath of the Lord from the chipping point on. From the time the chipping starts being enforced, you're going to see the Lord's wrath on this earth. I mean, who cares about Satan's? We can fight Satan's. We can pray and ask the Lord to malfunction his chips and his UFOs and his elf weapons and his satellites, and us warriors can go to war against Satan's plans. But you're not going to war against the Lord's plans. They have no prayer in fighting against the Lord's plans like we have against fighting against theirs. Because they've seen how effective we are. I see it in the Bible codes all the time, how effective the warriors are for the Lord, just praying for all these calamities and their underground bases and stuff. I mean, people laugh when they look at that, but I'll tell you what, it was effective. That stuff really happens. When you pray it, believe it. You know, when you're being attacked at night and you ask the Lord to send His warrior angels to chain and cast into the abyss the beings that are in your room bothering you, it's done. Pray it and ask it in Yeshua's name, it's done. When you're being attacked by elf weapons or they're frying you or whatever, just pray and ask the Lord to melt the chips and the circuit boards operating that equipment that's being used against you. Done. Some of you are so afraid about your name being on a list somewhere, ask the Lord to destroy the databases of the computers that are storing information about you. You know, all we have to do is pray and ask the Lord that things be done. And He'll do it. We can fight them. We can fight Satan's plans. But they have no prayer at all fighting the Lord's. And the Lord's wrath comes after the chipping starts. Question from a listener. Hey, Sherry, what do you think about the economy collapsing by September 2008? And what do you think about wheat barley crisis? Oh, it's very real. This whole wheat barley thing, very real. People need to be stocking up. I know I went and bought about 50 boxes of cereal at Walmart. So, you know, wheat and barley, I gotta have my cereal. Very real crisis is coming up. And people that are caught unprepared are gonna be paying $8 for a box of cereal. I mean, you're gonna see prices skyrocket. I mean, right now, the famines around the world aren't so much that there's nothing to eat, it's the price of what they're paying. And so people are gonna have to decide, well, am I gonna live in this real big fancy house, or am I going to eat? You know, your income's not going to go up, but the price of survival is about to get outrageous. So start stocking up now on basic supplies. Try to stock up for a year and a half. You know, just try to stock up because we could be here 2 weeks. We could be here for another year. And so stock up for a year. As far as the economy collapsing by September, it's already collapsed. I don't know what's holding it up. Every day I can go to the bank. That's a good day. I consider that, hey, they're playing the facade still. You got another day, you know. It's already collapsed. There's nothing left. It's all facade. And so people want to know, when will we really see the effects? When will it really going to happen that the banks close their doors and the whole facade's over? I don't know. Because it should have been a long time ago. You know what I know what. Everybody in America knows it. You know, I don't know. I would say definitely by next year. I can't give you a month for this year. Because it could be at any time, you know. Just be prepared for when it does happen. Try to listen to the Lord, folks. If He's telling you to get your money out of the bank, get it out. If He's telling you to do something, do it. Question from a listener. Funny you talk about orgone tonight. Just ordered crystals Friday, getting 300 small ones and approximately 40 medium ones. Yeah, warriors standing up. Can you send a link for orgone pipe? Just go to orgoneblasters.com and click on the Make Your Own. It's on that page where I have instructions how to make your own orgone. And it will tell you how to make orgone pipes, blaster pipes, because that's what you want for the water. Comment for the show. I was listening to one of your previous shows, and you were talking about what food is good to stock up on that won't spoil. For some reason, I never thought of cereal because I'm always thinking of the MREs and canned mountain house storage food. Even though cereal is still about $4 or $5 a box, you need to go to Walmart. Whatever outrageous price. I don't know, I would rather eat fried cereal than starve to death if I can help. I love you, Sherry. Yeah, if you're paying $4 or $5 a box, you're at the wrong stores. Go to Walmart. I love hitting a Walmart, the Super Walmart, their cereal aisle. Oh, I'm like a kid again. Question, do you think that alternate realities are real other dimensions? I'll see here about the Greek gods, Mother Earth could be possible. The angels have been assigned different jobs on Earth by controlling the elements. Some of them turned to Satan's side. Angels fall every day. They didn't just fall back when the Watchers fell. Angels have free will. And so even today an angel can fall. An angel can leave heaven. They're not being locked in heaven. They can leave. And he does have a huge force. But and the other way he can replenish his force when he loses one is to make cloned forces. He has clones.